All right, let's talk about the Mercedes AMG GT Coupe.
Oh, yeah.
You sent us a bunch of articles about this thing, and it looks like you're really interested in high-performance vehicles.
Yeah, they're pretty
Do you
cool.
want to understand, like, what sets this particular AMG model apart?
Yeah.
Looks like we've got stuff about performance and technology and design and a ton of ways to customize this thing. Like, did you know this car uses technology that's straight from Formula One?
Really?
Yeah, we're going to get into all that.
Okay, let's go.
First, let's look at what's under the hood. This is where it gets interesting.
Definitely.
This thing has a 4-liter V8 bi-turbo engine,
Wow.
and it has an AMG Speed Shift MCT 9G transmission.
Nice.
This thing has a top speed of 315 kilometers per hour.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, and it's electronically limited at that speed.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is super impressive. They really pushed the boundaries of, physics with this car. They balanced raw power with really controlled handling.
It's tough to do that.
Yeah.
What is this one-man, one-engine principle I keep reading about?
Oh, yeah. So at AMG, a single engineer hand builds each engine from start to finish.
Oh, wow. So one person builds the whole thing?
Yeah. One person is completely responsible for the engine.
So, like, each engine is kind of unique.
Yeah. It's got like a handcrafted quality to it.
That's awesome. It's got to contribute to performance, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's talk about this all-wheel drive system.
Yes.
This AMG Performance 4MATIC Plus.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. But what is it?
So it's a really smart system that can connect the rear and front axles. And it does this to optimize how power is distributed for maximum grip. And it just makes driving really dynamic and fun.
That's cool. What's an electronic limited slip differential?
Okay, so this is a feature on the rear axle. And what it does is it makes sure that when you're taking a corner, that the wheel that has the most grip is getting the power. So it really helps with agility in
Oh,
cornering.
I see. I was reading about the brakes on this thing, too. They're super high-tech.
Oh, yeah. They have these lightweight, high-performance composite brake discs, and they're designed for really precise braking and deceleration.
So they stop on a dime.
Pretty much.
Wow. They're also using some crazy materials in this car
Oh, yeah.
to keep it light and strong.
Yeah, they use aluminum
Okay.
and steel and magnesium and even fiber composites.
Wow. Where do they use those?
Well, the frame is aluminum, and then they use carbon fiber bracing on the axle beams.
Cool.
And get this, they use glass, matte reinforced thermoplastics for the lock bridge.
What's the lock bridge?
That's like a really key structural piece in the car.
Okay.
I don't know the specifics, but it just shows how much effort they put into using the best materials possible.
That's really cool. They're really putting in the effort to make sure this car is the best it can be.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about the hybrid version.
All right.
The Mercedes AMG GT63 SE Performance.
That's the one.
It has a hybrid powertrain. That sounds crazy.
Yeah, this is really innovative.
So how did they make a hybrid that's still, like, super high performance?
Well, it has an electric motor on the rear axle, and that adds 150 kilowatts of power.
So it has the gas engine and an electric motor.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it can produce 1,420 newton meters of torque.
That's nuts.
It's crazy.
So what about the battery?
It's a lithium-ion battery. It's 6.1 kilowatt hours,
Okay.
and it was inspired by Formula One technology.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
So is it, like, super small or something?
Well, it's designed to be really compact and lightweight, but it can still absorb a ton of energy and deliver it really quickly.
Okay, that's impressive. So what are the benefits of this hybrid system?
Well, obviously, it's got a lot more power,
Mm-hmm.
but it also handles better. The electric motor can help with stability in the corners.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. Plus, you can drive it in all-electric mode for a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, for going to the store or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. So it's good for the environment, too.
Kinda.
Well, it's better than just a gas guzzler.
Yeah, for sure.
It's cool that they're doing this with a high-performance car.
Yeah, I think it's great.
It's the future. Okay, let's move on to aerodynamics. Because this thing is fast,
Yeah.
it must be really aerodynamic.
Oh, yeah.
I was reading about all these active aerodynamic features they put on it.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Like what?
Well, for one, they have this active aerodynamic profile that they got from Formula One.
No way. They put something from a Formula One car on this.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So where is this thing?
It's underneath the car. And it can change shape to create something called the Venturi effect.
Okay. I don't really know what that is.
So basically, it makes the air flow faster under the car,
Yeah.
and that creates lower air pressure. So it sucks the car down closer to the road.
Oh, I see. So it's like creating downforce.
Exactly. So the car has more grip and it's more stable.
Especially at high speeds.
Yeah, especially in the corners.
That's awesome. That's some real race car tech.
Yeah, it is.
What about this active rear spoiler I was reading about?
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
What does it do?
It can change its angle depending on how fast you're going. So like at higher speeds, it extends up to create more downforce. And then at slower speeds, it retracts down to reduce drag.
That's cool. It's like the car is constantly adjusting itself.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So it's always optimizing performance.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a really cool feature.
All right, let's move on from all this technical stuff. Let's talk about design. What did you think when you first saw this car?
It looks so aggressive, but also really elegant.
Yeah, it definitely stands out.
Yeah, it's got a lot of presence.
Where do we even start with this thing?
Well, up front, it's got that signature AMG radiator grille. It's super deep cut, and it's wider than ever before.
Oh, yeah. It looks mean.
Yeah, and it's got these huge air intakes next to it.
Those things are massive.
It just looks so powerful.
And then there are those power domes on the hood.
Oh, yeah. Those are nice.
They look so muscular.
Definitely.
I like how the hood is really long.
Yeah, it flows really nicely into the windshield. And then the roofline is super sleek. It just looks fast, even when it's standing still.
It's got a great silhouette.
Yeah.
What about the back?
It's wide, and it's got these muscular haunches,
Yeah.
and it's got that AMG-specific rear apron.
And the 4 exhaust pipes.
Yeah. Those are a nice touch.
They're not just for looks, right?
Oh, no, they actually help with the aerodynamics and performance.
That's cool.
Yeah, they put a lot of thought into every detail of this car.
I can tell. They really went all out.
Yeah, they did.
It looks amazing.
It does.
We haven't even talked about the interior yet. And all the customization options.
So much to cover.
I know. We're just getting started. We'll have to save that for the next part of our deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
So the AMG GT Coupe, it's more than just raw power and speed. It's really about a whole driving experience.
Right, like being surrounded by luxury.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about the inside of this thing.
Okay.
What's it like in there?
Well, it's like a sporty cockpit. But it's still luxurious.
Okay.
They use premium materials everywhere, like hand-stitched leather and carbon fiber.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Those AMG performance seats?
Yeah.
The ones that like hug you when you're cornering?
Exactly. They keep you in place when you're driving hard,
Yeah.
but they're also really comfortable for long drives.
That's a good combination.
Yeah, they did a great job with the seats.
I heard they even have a massage feature.
They do. It's all
Like a spa day in your car?
pretty much.
I love it.
And they have these 2 different AMG performance steering wheels you can choose from.
Okay. What's special about them?
Well, they're designed to give you a really direct feel for the car. They have a smaller diameter and a sticker rim,
Okay.
so you can really feel what the car is doing.
So you feel more connected to the road.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
Okay, enough about the analog stuff. What about the tech in this thing?
Oh, yeah. This car is loaded with technology.
Like what?
Well, it has the MBUX multimedia system.
What is that exactly?
It's basically the brain of the car.
Yeah.
It controls everything, like the navigation and the entertainment and all the car's settings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty comprehensive.
So it's like a big computer.
Yeah, basically.
Is it easy to use?
Oh, yeah, it's super intuitive.
Okay, good.
It responds really well to your commands.
That's what I like to hear.
And it has this huge 11.9-inch central display.
Wow.
It's like a tablet. You can control everything from there.
Can you use your voice to control it?
Yeah. You can use touch or voice commands. You can even use gestures.
Gestures.
Yeah, like if you want to answer a phone call, you can just swipe your hand.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really futuristic.
I bet it's distracting, though.
Well, they thought of that. They have this thing called the MBUX Interior Assistant.
What is that?
It uses cameras and sensors to watch what you're doing.
Okay.
So like if you reach towards the passenger seat, the reading light will turn on. Yeah, it's pretty smart. Or if you look over your shoulder while you're reversing, the rear window blind will go down.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
So it's like the car's paying attention to you.
Yeah, kind of. It's trying to make things easier for you.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a cool feature.
What about this augmented reality navigation I keep hearing about?
Oh yeah, that's a really cool feature.
What does it do?
So it uses the front camera to show you a live video feed of the road,
Okay.
and then it overlays the navigation directions right on top of that video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can see exactly where you're going. It's like having the directions painted on the road.
That's so helpful.
Yeah, it's amazing. Especially in a new city or something.
Yeah, you don't have to take your eyes off the road.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a great feature.
What about the sound system? Did they put a good one in this thing?
Oh, yeah. It has an optional Burmester high-end 3D surround sound system.
Okay. Burmester makes some pretty amazing sound systems.
They do.
So I bet this one sounds incredible.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. It's like having a concert hall in your car. The
Wow.
sound is so clear and immersive.
I bet.
Yeah, it's a really special experience.
And it has a head-up display too, right?
Yes. It can project all sorts of information onto the windshield,
Mm.
like your speed and the navigation directions and even warning messages.
So you never have to take your eyes off the road.
Exactly. It's really helpful for safety.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a great feature.
So they really put a lot of thought into the technology in this car.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They didn't skimp on anything.
Nope.
It's pretty impressive.
That is.
But we still haven't talked about customization.
I
We're
know.
going to have to save that for the next part. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. Let's finish up our deep dive on the Mercedes AMG GT Coupe.
Sounds good.
We talked about performance and technology and design, but there's one more thing that makes this car really special.
Yeah, the level of customization you can get with it.
Exactly. It's like you can really make this car your own.
Yeah, it's not just about picking a color. It's about creating a car that reflects your personality.
It's a statement.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get into it. What kind of customization options are we talking about?
Well, you can start with the exterior. They have a ton of different paint colors,
Oh, yeah.
like metallics and mattes. You can really make the car stand out.
I bet they have some crazy colors, too.
Oh, yeah. If you want to be bold, they have something for you.
What about the wheels? You can really change the look of a car with the right wheels.
Definitely. They have all sorts of wheel designs and finishes. You can even get forged wheels.
What are those?
They're lighter and stronger than regular wheels.
Oh, cool. So they improve performance, too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've got the outside covered. What about the inside?
Oh, man, the interior is where it gets really fun.
Okay, tell me more.
So they have all these different leather options, different colors and textures.
Good.
And then you can choose different trims, too, like carbon fiber or wood.
Oh,
Yeah, you can really customize the look and feel of the interior.
I like that. And I bet you can get a really high-end sound system in there, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We talked about the Burmester system earlier, but there are other options, too.
Nice. So you can really create the perfect listening experience.
Yeah, exactly.
What about other details? Like, can you customize the stitching or the seat belts?
Yeah, you can do all that. You can choose contrasting stitching for the seats and different colors for the seat belts. You can even personalize the door sills.
Wow. They really let you customize everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like designing your dream car.
Exactly.
You're not just buying a car, you're creating it.
That's a good way to put it.
It's all about expressing your individuality.
Yeah, for sure.
So for someone who's thinking about buying this car, what would you tell them?
I'd say don't be afraid to go all out with the customization. Make it your own. Don't just settle for the standard options.
Make it something special.
Yeah, exactly.
Spend some time with the Mercedes AMG team.
Yeah, they'll help you create something truly unique.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We talked about everything from the engine to the interior, from the tech to the design.
And all the ways you can customize it.
I think it's safe to say that the Mercedes AMG GT Coupe is a pretty incredible car.
Oh, wait, it's amazing.
It's a masterpiece of engineering and design.
Definitely.
And it's a car that you can really make your own. So if you're looking for a high-performance luxury car, this one should be at the top of your list.
I agree.
It's a car that will make you smile every time you get behind the wheel.
For sure.
Well, that's it for our deep dive on the Mercedes AMG GT Coupe. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep those engines revving and